If you are looking for a laptop which is perfect for students and working professionals, then take a look at this. The all-new Dell Inspiron 5620 is here and it falls in the price bracket of 65 to 70,000 itself. Now there is another laptop with the same set of specifications which comes at a price bracket of around 55 to 60,000 itself. Now specifications are same, why should I pay extra for this laptop? Let us find out. Take a look at the performance of these two laptops. Miles apart, right? We'll be understanding the reason behind this. We'll be attending every single point that you can see on your screen right now. Let me just get on to the first one, and that is the design of this. On the back we have the Dell logo embossed in an all aluminum body with the bold and sharp cuts. When you open it up, the hinge rises a little to give you that extra cooling performance. Fortunately, this can be opened with one hand, and the main difference is when you open the laptop, the speaker placement and the keyboard layout is a little bit different. Looks somewhat similar like the MacBook Pro 14 and 16 inches. Take a look at this. But when I was typing, I could easily miss some of the keys and miss typing. Speaking about the speaker grills, they are large. So is the volume. It is loud but not that bassy. When you flip the laptop, we have two grills which is meant to suck air from the bottom in order to maximize cooling itself. That's everything that you need to know about the design of this. Let me just get on to the next one, and that is the build quality of this. The whole laptop is made out of metal, which is good for two things: long lasting hinges and better cooling performance. When you look at this laptop, it feels complete and gives a premium vibe. Since it can be opened with one hand, you don't have to worry about the hinges. It has a little bit of keyboard flex, and there is a lot of screen wobbling which is expected in a 16 inches of laptop, which is within itself a pretty massive screen. This has a full size keyboard without the numpad. It's decently spaced and has good amount of travel, which is backlit and has 2 levels of brightness, and here is how it sounds. Speaking about the trackpad, it is very large, smooth to use, and you can fit all your fingers into the trackpad. This trackpad is even larger than the M2 MacBook Air, which I regularly use, but the clicks are really hard as you move to the top. That gets really annoying. Let me just get on to the next one, and that is the display of this. This is really a massive 16 inches of screen. You have more real estate to work on your all of the big projects, and here are the actual specs of the display. For the display, we have 1920 by 1200 pixels, 16:10 FHD anti-glare, max peak brightness of 250 nits with a standard refresh rate of 60 Hz. This is a really professional monitor for any kind of work. Of course, except the creative industry. This has 45% of NTSC. This is overall a good display for the price. The text is not that sharp and clean because of its anti-glare screen. The aspect ratio is 16:10, which is a taller display. The blacks are not that deep since it is an anti-glare display. Overall, a large, good, spacious, and good for your media consumption and long Excel sheets. Moving ahead, let us talk about the performance and specifications of this laptop. For the processor, we have Core i5-12 generation 1235U, which is the same processor as the 3520 from the Insprion series itself. Now, if you take a look at the Cinebench score of them, there is a massive difference. We'll be understanding why. This processor has a 10 cores and 12 threads, which has the base frequency of around 2 GHz and can turbo up to 3.6. But the frequency number depends on a lot of factors, major of them being the power delivery by the battery and the cooling performance of the laptop as well. Trust me when I say this processor in 5620 is far better than the processor in the 3520 series itself. For the RAM, we have 8x2 16GB 3200 MHz, which is really good in my opinion. This is a DDR4 RAM. DDR5 would be really appreciated in a laptop like this, but no complaints about that. 16GB is far more than enough. For the graphic card, we have Intel Iris Xe graphic card. Since you are only going to use it for the official purposes, this much graphic card is more than sufficient. But it is a little bit out of the market these days, but I'm absolutely okay with the Iris Xe graphics for my regular workflow. For the storage, we have 512 of NVMe M.2 SSD, which is Gen 3. The read-write speeds are on your screen right now. Please do take a look. Looking at all of these specifications, you might be wondering, this is a really good laptop and can get your work done. Actually, this is more than that. This can handle most of the demanding tasks in the modern world itself. Why is it so? This is a really powerful CPU which is paired with an equally powerful cooling system as well, which is an indication of a good and a perfect laptop into your budget itself. Let us have a quick comparison between the Dell Inspiron 3520 and the Dell Inspiron 5620 itself. Take a look at the Cinebench R20 score of the 3520 when connected to the charger. It is coming around 2518, which is okayish. Now just take a look at the same processor in the different laptop, that is 5620, connected to the charger. I got a score of 3120, which is around 600 points difference. That really makes this laptop stand out from the crowd. You just understand the build quality of this, the performance of this really stands out, and this laptop won't get as hot as the 3520. The last review was on 3520. If you want some, I'll leave the link in the I button and in the description as well. Please do go ahead and check that as well. Don't forget, they have the same set of specifications, but why 5620 is giving good results? Because it has a really good cooling system and the power delivery is also good to the processor. This is why 5620 is a little more priced than the 3520 itself. Understand, think, buy, repeat. Again, you can make a clear-cut difference with the more consistent results from the Cinebench R23. Here is the 3520 story and here is the 5620 story. Absolutely loved this laptop in terms of performance. This is having a 54 watt hours of battery, which will last you for easily a normal day at the work, and you don't have to worry about recharging this laptop as well. To give you in numbers, it will last you for 7 to 8 hours of normal regular use case. To juice this all up, we have the 65 watts of adapter, which supports Dell Express charging and can take you from 0 to 80 in 1 hour. That is really good in my opinion. And here is another reason why this is a good laptop. Moving ahead, let me talk about the ports on this machine. On the right hand side, we have the audio jack, followed by a USB type A, a full size SD card reader. On the left hand side, we have the charging port, followed by an HDMI, followed by an USB type A and a USB type C. I personally tested this has a display output of the type C itself. Let me just get on to the final part, and that is the conclusion of this. This is a perfect laptop considering two aspects: the longer battery life and a good performance on the battery itself. Trust me when I say this, this will get all of your work done and it will never let you down. Saying that, bye. Wait. I did not talk about the gaming test on this. Since it is a professional laptop, I did not test any games on this, but according to my knowledge, this should give you an easy of 30 FPS in the GTA 5 set to medium to max settings itself. So I hope it was helpful.